Hello, everyone. How are you doing today? I hope you're having a great day. Um, I apologize in advance if you hear a cat meowing. Salem is not having a good morning. Daddy and brother left at the same time, and I believe they forgot to tell him bye. And that is a big no no for him. But I wanted to get on here today with you guys and talk to you a little bit more about our time management series and how we can go about just doing better, learning more, and being more productive. If you've never been here before, welcome to my channel. My name is Jody Jean Daniels. I am an author and YouTuber. My latest book is out right now. It's called The Ledger. I encourage you and would welcome you to buy it. I'm very excited about the book, and I'm also even more excited about the upcoming second release that's on the way by the end of March. So let's just jump into it. I want to show you guys what we got going on today. Give me 1 second. I've got to share the screen. Okay. And go here. Awesome. All right, guys. Okay. Time blocking for writers. This is part of the time management series for authors. And I am just really excited about this one because it's made such a difference in my life and helped me so much as an author. But I can see how it could translate over and into other businesses as well. So no matter how you found this video or came across this video, I hope that you give it a try because it has really, really revolutionized my daily progress and production. So, as I said, today is on time blocking for writers, which is part of our time management series. And this particular PowerPoint will be available on my Patreon if you want a copy. At the end of the video, if you have any questions, please put them in the comment box below. And if you have any in depth questions, you can look at booking a coffee chat with me. I will also put that link in the description box below as well. All right. I'm trying to. There we go. Let's go to our next one. What is time blocking? Time blocking is where you are taking specific hours of your day and you are reserving them for a specific project or task. Basically, think of it this way. It's where you're learning to create uninterrupted writing sessions that align with like a natural flow of your day. Think of it in terms of when you were in school. You didn't do math in history class. You didn't do history in science class. It was a dedicated block of time to a specific project. So think of it in that way. When I started doing that, it really helped me understand and be able to do more with accomplishing my specific task when I was doing them in a group at one time. Let's look at the next slide. My personal time blocking strategy for each segment of the day, I allocate everything that I want to try and get done in the day. And I also make sure that I'm giving myself break times. You can tailor this to fit your day because what works for me won't work for you. What works for one person will not work for everyone. And that's the beauty of this system is that it is very, very customizable. I love that fact. And I've given you an example here of my, let me get the PowerPoint on so I can give you an example right here of what my time blocking day looks like on any given day. So as you can see, I just have it set up for what I'm trying to accomplish. I don't have it set up for the specific to-dos. So that will be further on into the time management series. But right now, we're just trying to create space in our lives for our writing. The benefits for me have far outweighed anything negative. I have focus that I cannot explain to you. I have gained so much by being able to wake up and know that my daily schedule has increased my productivity tenfold. I know what I'm doing when I wake up. This strategy is also helping me with my rapid release strategy that I'm implementing into my author life. My first book, The Ledger, took me so much time to write and edit and publish. But now I released The Ledger in December. And with this strategy, I'm going to turn around and be able to launch my book 2 in the series by the end of March. That is huge for me. It shook everything up. It helped me realign the way I do everything. And it's not just my writing. As you saw in the sample, I put everything in there. So it's really helping time block off, know exactly what I'm doing. It minimizes distractions. It helps me manage everything so much more efficiently, and it just increases my productivity just off the chart. So, implementing time blocking in your writing routine. I think the best thing that I can tell you with this system is consistency is key. And that's with anything, but you're building a consistent writing habit that can lead to your projects being more efficiently run. Most productive time of the day is what we talked about last week. You have to know that. And you also have to give yourself breaks throughout the day. The tool that I use to stay organized is Asana. And I've done a video on that tool. If you want to watch that, I will link it in the description box below. I also want to encourage you to think about color coding your allocation blocks, because that will grab your attention. You'll know which project it's for by just seeing that color. Within that, as you saw in my example, I had 2 different red blocks, which is when I am dedicating that to writing. I know that's when I am going to write. If one of them is more, something is happening within that time block that is really important to get my attention, I will code it as, like, I'll put a star A1 star to get my attention. And you can implement something like that as well. And at the end of the day, what I always look at is what worked, what didn't work, and just how everything flowed for me that day. That way, if something didn't work, I can readjust it. This is another example. This is a simpler example of a time block schedule. You can see over here, we have drafting new content from 9 to 11. 11 to 12 was like a break and check emails. And then you'll see there's a big block of open right there because you don't want to be back to back to back. Then in the afternoon, we've got research and outlining. And from 3 to 4, we have editing and revising. And then I even put in my family time because I want to make sure I'm getting in that time with my family, that I'm living a well-balanced life. And time blocking allows you to do that. It helps you visualize your day in a way that you can just plan better, and it just leaves less to chance, and it gives you more of a structured way to progress throughout the day. Making time blocking work for you. Be realistic. Don't put down that you have a 2 hour, you got a 2 hour writing block, but yet you expect yourself to write 5,000 words. That is not how this works. You have to be realistic. You also need to understand that sometimes you're going to come in and you're not going to have the energy to do what you have on your calendar during that time block. And that's okay. That's the beauty of this. You're controlling your own time. So you can go in there and you can move your blocks around throughout the day and say, you know what, this is a more low energy time block, and that's the way I feel right now. So that's what I'm going to work on right now. And that's fine. You can use, we've talked about digital tools before and planners to visually organize your blocks. But I know that I have the video out on Asana, but another tool that I use is Google Calendar. It's not as all-encompassing as Asana, but if you are just getting started and you have little to no budget, it's great because it's free if you have a Gmail account. Now, your tasks will not tie back into the calendar. The task sections of Gmail is separate from your calendar. But if you pull both of them up at the same time and work in tandem, it could work. I have made it work before. And again, if you have any questions, you can always book a time to meet with me on my Calendarly. Right? There are going to be days when you are going to have interruptions. You can deal with interruptions more easily if you have rules in place for yourself. If the interruption is that you find yourself checking your email in a writing block and you've set a rule already not to do that, then, and you're finding yourself breaking your own rules, I would suggest turning off all apps and tabs and only have your Word or Google Doc up. We talked the other day about having a specific day to do research so you don't get drawn down research rabbit holes when you're supposed to be doing your writing. That's the best way to avoid interruptions that you are causing yourself, because you have to learn to say no to non-urgent tasks during your writing blocks. When you have a real emergency, of course, you get up and you deal with it. But the self-imposed interruptions are the ones that I'm talking about. And those are the ones that you can control if you have systems in place for them. So that's where you have to have your systems in place, because that way you can find your balance between flexibility and structure, and you will be able to have a sense of calm that you haven't had before about your daily work. Embracing time blocking for writer success. This are the things that it can do for you. It can enhance your focus. Time blocking dedicates periods of specific task and reduces multitasking, and it increases your deep focus. It gives you a clear prioritization. It visually lays out your priorities, ensures your important tasks are getting done, and that they get the time that they deserve. It reduces you being overwhelmed. By seeing your day segmented, you can tackle one block at a time, and it prevents the feeling of being overwhelmed. It creates greater productivity with a defined starting time and an end time. You're more likely to work efficiently and accomplish more. And that also goes back to what we talked about last week with our SMART goals about measurable and timely and how important that is. I'll link that video in the description box below as well. It also gives us, time blocking gives us balanced workflow. It integrates breaks, personal time, and it maintains a sustainable balance between your work and your rest. Trackable progress, again, measurable from last week, one of our goals. Time blocking gives you a clear record of how you are spending your time. And then that allows you an easier way to review what you're doing and how you're doing it. And then you can adjust that for future productivity. I think, guys, give it a try. It's been a game changer in my career, and for so much the better. You don't have to time block your whole day. You can just do a little part of your day to see how you like the concept. Again, it's totally customizable. That's what I love about it, that you can set up for your life and your writing style. Because again, what works for me might not work for you. So, guys, I love this system and I hope that you find this helpful. I love hearing from you guys. So, please reach out to me. If you have any comments or questions, just drop them in the box below. I will be happy to sit with you and talk to you and walk you through any of these concepts. And just remember to be realistic with your goals and time blocking, and take into consideration your lifestyle and your issues, especially your health, as you prepare to use this tool, and to always take care of yourself first. That's what's important, is take care of you first. Because if you're not healthy and you're not happy, your writing is going to show that. So take care of yourself first. Make sure when you're creating your time blocks that you are putting in for breaks and rest and time for you. If you're one of my whiskeys, you already know what I'm going to say before I say it, but I'm going to say it anyway. I may not be everybody's cup of tea, but I'm a really awesome group of people's double shot of whiskey. And I appreciate you all so much. Love you, love you. Be good. And I'll see you next time. Bye.